He crossed the highway late last night. Well, he didn't look left and he didn't look right. Well, he didn't see that station wagon car, and the skunk got squashed, and now there you are. Well, there's a dead skunk in the middle of the road. There's a dead skunk in the middle of the road. Well, there's a dirty dead skunk in the middle of the road, and it's stinking, stinking, stinking. Oh, here we go.
I figured roadkill was as good a place as any to start this story. My name is Gaetan, and that was me and my nephews and nieces doing our best and loudest rendition of Loudon Wainwright's Dead Skunk. We were at one of my favorite places, our family cabin at Waka Lake, Saskatchewan. My friend, artist Johanna Bundon, is exploring some dark waters with Curtain Raisers Theatre. They've put on Arthur Milner's Getting to Room Temperature, a sentimental and funny one-person play about dying. Even though I would rather be in the boat, I also find myself in these dark waters. A brain tumor has decided to sprout in the fertile gray matter of my right frontal lobe. Apparently there's lots of good fertilizer up there because it's growing like squash in July, taking over the garden. Joe has invited me to share my story. Call it dark waters or overgrown squash, I guess I'm deep in it. But thankfully I have an outlet, mediocre songwriting. Because average art equals good therapy, for me anyway. And like the Dead Skunk song, it actually turns out I have a pretty good repertoire of songs about death. So, what is this? What am I doing here? More than just another cancer story, I hope. I've just released an album in French, a powerful year-long creative process that I shared with friends from across the prairies, and I had hoped to start to record another album of my English songs. But, unfortunately, my symptoms have started to worsen, and this damn tumor is growing, so I may not be able to play or record these anymore, and this obviously makes me quite sad. So I guess I've decided to go ahead and share them with you right here, right now. And believe me, I've got no illusions or pretensions about the depth of the artistry of my songs. But like any other creative type, I felt the compulsion to write them, and now I feel the same compulsion to share them. Even though many of the songs are sketches, lyrically as well as musically, and clearly recorded on my phone, I'm still grateful to be able to share them and to share my experience with you. So thank you to Johanna and Curtain Raisers for indulging me in these ramblings, and thank you for listening. Let's start this off with a silly song about our silly world. A song that I wrote as I was preparing coffee and eggs for my late riser girlfriend Katrine. And a big thanks to my 12-year-old friend Jazmine Toupin for backing me up on the vocals. Merci, Jazz. Stumble out of bed, roll down the stairs, put a comb to my teeth and a brush to my hair. Flip on the dial, listen to the host talk about his dog and the weatherman's toast. What you gonna do, what you gonna do, what you gonna do? Cholesterol and coffee. Scroll through my phone, read the news of the world. A lady lost her cat, found $1 million pearl. And there's a childbearing man and a 3-headed goat. Yeah, the planet's on fire and they're trying to build a moat. Gonna do cholesterol and coffee. While my girl holds a grudge like the clouds hold the rain. She's got a chip on her shoulder about the size of a plane. But now I know what to say if she asks me again. Yeah, you dim-witted fool, she's a 10 on 10. What you gonna do, what you gonna do, what you gonna do? Cholesterol and coffee. What you gonna do, what you gonna do, what you gonna do? Cholesterol and coffee. Cholesterol and coffee. Cholesterol and coffee.
cholesterol and coffee.
Y a quelque chose qui va pas, Katrine. Something's wrong. First, a tingling in my left arm. Like a small tremor, my earth shakes just a little. But I'm from the prairies. I don't know the signs. Also, I'm not epileptic. Then, things go sideways, and conversations of morning coffee turn to full-on convulsions. I guess I'm not having that Americano. They used to call it a grand mal seizure, le grand mal. But apparently it was too vague, or too French maybe. They found a term that rolls better off the tongue, a generalized tonic-clonic seizure. Scientists don't always make the best linguists. I'm gonna stick with grand mal, the great evil. Not because it was particularly painful. It just seems to capture the gravitas of the moment, the hinge on which my life has spun. Now there is a before and an after. The after begins in the emergency room, scans, blood work, and bring out the drill. Let's bore a hole in this guy's skull so we can get a better look at what's going on up there. Wait, are you guys sure about this? As the drill bit spins, so does the mind. And the heart. And this is when they start introducing you to the terminology for the new semester. Lesions, glial neoplasm, frontoparietal astrocytoma. Pardon? Can you give me the Cole's notes on this one, Doc? Gaëtan, you have a malignant, inoperable tumor in your brain. Oh. Okay. 2 to 5 years. Oh. The wound was fresh when I wrote this at the kitchen table 16 months ago. Sitting at that same spot a few weeks later, I had my second seizure, and Katrine held my helpless, shaking body against her chest. In the following days, I had written the first verse of this next song on a simple melody, but I couldn't get through it without crying. I recently managed to let the song out. It's about that awful, helpless grand mal feeling, and being held by Katrine, and sometimes life just being shitty, mal chier as we say in French, and learning to accept that.
Ma tête tourne et j'y peux rien. C'est le grand mal qui s'en vient. Prends-moi dans tes bras, serre-moi contre toi, jusqu'à ce que la tempête passe. On l'a pas demandé, comme les autres pas mérités. Mais des fois, la vie est mal chiée, c'est ce que c'est. C'est clair, j'ai peur, et toi aussi. Pour se le cacher, on niaise, on rit. On se distrait, on fait semblant qu'on peut se permettre des rêves d'enfant. On l'a pas demandé, comme les autres pas mérités. Mais des fois, la vie est mal chiée, c'est ce que c'est. Oui, des fois, la vie est mal chiée, c'est ce que c'est. Ma tête tourne, la tienne aussi. Tout croche, on se crée un drôle d'abri. Mais les murs tiennent, et nous aussi. C'est pas si mal comme petite vie. On l'a pas demandé, comme les autres pas mérité. Mais des fois, la vie est mal chiée, c'est ce que c'est. Oui, des fois, la vie est mal chiée, c'est ce que c'est.
That song, Grand Mal, is off the new French album. And I guess it's a small, tentative step towards trying to find some sort of acceptance in all of this, whatever that looks like. Now, after the seizures and the diagnosis comes the treatment. Again, the scientists may not be the best at nomenclature, but they've gotten pretty good at treating their patients. And you know what? I'll take that trade-off. So I got on the radiation and chemo train. Then more chemo, and then a little more, and then some more. I guess all that worked for a while. But wait, there are alternatives coming in from the well-intentioned and sometimes, or even oft-times, ill-informed. Elderberries, says my girlfriend's pedicurist. Hawaiian spirulina from a Facebook message. Have you tried keto? How about ivermectin, my friend? Or Jesus? Duly noted, guys. But you know what? I'll give modern medicine a try. In the age of pandemic and climate change science skepticism, it almost seems like a revolutionary thing to do. You know what? I think it's a good time for a musical interlude about fuzzy facts and ideological leaps of faith.
Ok, Messi, on a besoin de ton aide là. Juste des harmonies dans les refrains.
Merci, Messi.
My buddy's brother's cousin, she says that facts are fuzzy and that they depend on the colors of the lenses that you're wearing as you're looking out the window at the world. She says that my perspective is just as subjective as the beauty in the eyes on a newborn baby girl as she's looking out the window at the world. But you can't make the mind see what it doesn't want to see, and the faithful need to jump to get to what they believe. No, you can't make the mind see what it doesn't want to see, and the faithful need to jump to get to what they believe. My buddy's brother's cousin, she says that facts are fuzzy, but she leaves her glasses sitting on the ashes of her books as she looks out the window at the world. She says she's asking questions, she doubts the man's intentions, the one that's sitting in the lab with the white coat on the stool as he's looking through his window to the world. Oh, you can't make the mind see what it doesn't want to see, and the faithful need to jump to get to what they believe. No, you can't make the mind see what it doesn't want to see, and the faithful need to jump to get to what they believe. No, you can't make the mind see what it doesn't want to see, and the faithful need to jump to get to what they believe.
I know. This one probably needs a little work. It's a little rough around the edges. Maybe these immunocompromised frustrations of mine will come out better in the recording studio, if I get there. Sometimes it takes getting punched in the gut, a cancer punch, to develop a little empathy. It did for me anyway. When I find myself in a room now, I can't help but think about the hurt or the pain that others around me may be carrying, like me. Something I unfortunately didn't do enough before. You know what? The road isn't easy for anybody, and we shouldn't forget that.
I wake up in the morning and I pick up my phone and scroll through the pictures and the videos. Everybody's smiling the same big smile. Everybody's having the same great time. It's a 3-ring circus. We're all clowns laughing at each other on the merry-go-round, hoping to forget our pain, wishing we'd forget our pain. When I walk down the street, I see that TV glow, lighting up the faces of the lonely souls. Everybody's lost in their own little world, but they're having so much fun, they don't want to be disturbed. It's a 3-ring circus. We're all clowns laughing by ourselves on the merry-go-round, hoping to forget our pain, wishing we'd forget our pain. When the tent comes down, the light fades away, and the colors of the makeup stream down your face. Well, you can't get away from the reckoning when the merry-go-round stops to spin. Well, I wake up in the morning and I pick up my phone, scroll through the pictures and the videos. Everybody's smiling the same big smile. Everybody's living the same big lie. It's a 3-ring circus. We're all clowns crying by ourselves on the merry-go-round, hoping to forget our pain, wishing we'd forget our pain.
So, what do you do when you're faced with a terminal illness diagnosis and a flood of unanswerable existential questions? Well, how about a huge dose of psilocybin? With my feeble mind floundering to make sense of my situation, I thought psychedelic mushrooms might be worth a try. Off to small-town Saskatchewan I go for my journey within. I promised the plant I wouldn't divulge all of her secrets, so I won't betray her here today. But she did offer me a great feeling of well-being and connectedness to life, loved ones, and nature, and light that I still hold on to in my darkest moments. A sort of supernova of hope.
They say that worlds are born in the heat of solar storms, sending life out into space. All the joy and all the grief, all of you and all of me, flung from that flame to this place. Here we are, spinning round on the skin of a living rock, holding on to each other, trying to make it on this blue dot. They say that a life is forged in the heat of a lover's arms, a universe from one embrace. All the joy and all the grief, all of you and all of me, flung from that flame to this place. Now here we are, spinning round on the skin of a living rock, holding on to each other, trying to make it on this blue dot. Like the stars we all burn out, and all that's left is love and dust, and the light we send out in this place. Now here they are, spinning round on the skin of a living rock, holding on to each other, trying to make it on this blue dot. They say that worlds are born in the heat of solar storms, sending light out into space.
As I mentioned off the top, this tumor, like that squash taking over the garden, is relentless. And now, well, I've got symptoms. My speech has changed, and I can't play guitar or even sing. And these are heartbreaking losses. It didn't take long for the oncologist to confirm the tumor had actually doubled in size. The prognosis is apparently shrinking like our peas in the shade of those massive squash leaves. I don't even want to give the number. Katrine and I hold each other and cry. "What do you want to do?" she asks. "J'aime notre vie. I like our life. I just want more of this."
I want songs that make me cry, jokes that make me smile, and a cigarette to smoke around the fire. I want the pull of the paddle and the crack of the ice. I guess I want a few more rolls of the dice. Yes, I want more of this. Just give me more of this. I wanna roll through the streets under canopied trees, watch the light dance with the leaves. I'll take that early morning ache and the pain of a scrape. Yeah, I'd sure like to fix that fence gate. Yes, I want more of this. Just give me more of this. I want to plant a garden with you, put our dreams in the dirt. We'll pick those peas for all they're worth. We just need a little bit of sun and a touch of rain, just a little more time in this game. Yes, I want more of this. Just give me more of this. Yes, I want more of this. Just give me more of this.
Here I am, holding on to everything. It's hard to let go. Katrine and I are trying to have a baby. That's scary and beautiful and probably a bit crazy too. But here we are, holding on.
Well, I was chasing the wind, trying to get my fill, getting too good at goodbyes. Oh, what a beautiful smile. smile. And with words came wants and moped jaunts and backpacks stacked up high. Oh, what a beautiful smile. And as the sun came up and then went down, it was clear we had found. And still to this day I can simply say that you're the one that I want. Well, we kidnapped a cat, then we let him run free, made our house a home. Oh, what a beautiful smile. But the road's not straight, and love's not square, not wrong doesn't mean right. Oh, what a beautiful smile. And as the sun came up and then went down, it was clear what we had found. And still to this day I can simply say that you're the one that I want. Well, a gust came up, turned our dreams to dust, but you're still by my side. Oh, what a beautiful smile. Well, the wind can blow, 'cause now I know that shelter's by your side. Oh, what a beautiful smile. Yes, the wind can blow, 'cause now I know that shelter's by your side. Oh, what a beautiful smile. Oh, what a beautiful smile.
Katrine has been an amazing source of love and support through this mind-bending and soul-twisting journey, as have so many other loved ones. And I would truly be lost and floundering without that love. But these days, I'm just so full of gratitude that I'd like to take all that good stuff and send it back to everyone that I love in this world. And as for the garden, well, I'm not sure we'll get a good pea crop this year. We may just have to find some new squash recipes. And that's okay. See, I'm learning to let go. I'll leave the last words of wisdom to a favorite of mine, John Prine. Thanks for listening.
Woke up this morning, put on my slippers, walked in the kitchen and I died. And oh, what a feeling as my soul went through the ceiling and up into the heavens I did rise. When I got there they'd say, Gaetan, it happened this way. You slipped upon the floor and hit your head. And all the angels said just before you passed away, these were the very last words that you said. Just please don't bury me down in the cold, cold ground. I'd rather have them cut me up and pass me all around. Well, throw my brain in a hurricane and the blind can hide my eyes, and death can take both of my ears if they don't mind the size. Well, give my stomach to Milwaukee if they run out of beer. Well, throw my socks in a cedar box, just get them out of here. Well, Venus de Milo can hide my arms, look out, I got your nose. Well, give my heart to the junk man, sell my love to Rose. Just please don't bury me down in the cold, cold ground. I'd rather have them cut me up, pass me all around. Well, throw my brain in a hurricane and the blind can have my eyes, and the deaf can take both of my ears if they don't mind the sound. Yeah, the deaf can take both of my ears if they don't mind the size.
was the main